Dear friends in Jesus Christ, what an extraordinary event we are going to celebrate today. The solemnity of the Assumption of our Blessed Mother. All began to an ordinary girl that became an extraordinary event. She was ordinary like us, but God chose her from the conception that she would be preserved from sin and corruption. That itself is a very beautiful message for all of us who are struggling with our humanity. We are prone to sin and corruption. Sin and corruption is in a way shaking our life and not allowing us to be serene and peaceful. But to the humanity, she already gives a message. You people, with the grace of God, you can drive away the temptations of sin and corruption that could encounter you. You can drive away the sin and corruption. It all began like that, and in an extraordinary way, the Assumption happens. She was taken up into heaven, body and soul. What an extraordinary event. From ordinary, getting away from sin and corruption, she's taken up into heaven. And this is a potential she is giving us, a potential for all of us to go to heaven. Take the journey, take the path to heaven. An ordinary being, very beautifully fathers of the church have glorified her. And William Wordsworth, beautiful two lines, our tainted nature's solitary boast. Our tainted nature's solitary boast. Our human nature is tainted with sin and corruption, but the one solitary boast among the human beings is our Blessed Mother, taken up into heaven. On earth she lived, and in heaven she lives now. On earth she is ready to understand us, and from heaven she is ready to lift us up well. And for us today, if we consider the Assumption, 2 points we can make it a relevant inspiration for us. First is our faith, her faith-filled journey. As a human being, surely we have seeds of faith in one another. But the seeds of faith is perfected, and the seeds of faith is in God. I think our Blessed Mother surrendered herself in faith to God to lead her in the journey on earth. I think that's important. Our faith, how do we live? How do we persevere in it? How do we sustain it? The Assumption journey of our Blessed Mother tells us to look into our faith and make it sustainable with various encounters probably we are meeting with, but not falling into sin and corruption. Second, once you will take up the journey, grace is perfected. Grace is perfected in heaven. Grace surely is given a chance for us, all of us, to live. But that grace is perfected in heaven, and that in it she is a beautiful model. She is taken up into heaven. While she was on earth, she was able to sing the Magnificat. Before the Magnificat, Elizabeth at the visitation blessed her. She is a mother of God. She is a source of joy. She is a living beatitude of faith. All this gives a kind of eternal Magnificat for all of us. We must reach that. Magnificat is true to the time that we live today. Many things we need to raise ourselves to God and to our people with whom we live. This Magnificat will glorify God, glorify in humanity, glorify us to eternity. The eternal Magnificat she still sings from heaven. And my dear friends in Jesus Christ, we too, like Mary, begin to sing this Magnificat eternally. We ourselves put us into the grace perfected to reach the heaven that is already waiting for us. May our Blessed Mother, assumed into heaven, take us into her care to tell us how to live the faith today without sin and corruption, and we too can reach the extraordinary event of experiencing heaven like her. A very happy feast to every one of you. A happy feast of the Assumption. Oh dear Mother, assumed into heaven, we, the human creatures, do struggle with sin and corruption. As you given us the potential to live the grace of heaven, bless each and every one of us here on earth, that we too may lead the path to you. Amen.